You know, there are literally hundreds of thousands of toys that Santa's helpers can choose from this Christmas. At least 10,000 or more alone at this Toys R Us store in Mission Bay. The ecology has had a big effect on the toys being offered, like this kit, which tells us if the air is safe to breathe. Features all sorts of interesting things like a calcium hydroxide meter, a carbon monoxide detector, and a carbon monoxide chart. The big question, though, is what if we find out the air isn't safe to breathe? Other kits give children handy tips on how to test the water, study microbes, and even conduct experiments on plants, animals, and soil. There's a whole cartload of new educational toys. The newest look in preschool things features the Montessori play and learning programs, which claim to follow the Montessori method of teaching, a trend which is sweeping the country. There's even a train that 2-year-olds can assemble, perhaps introducing them to the frustrations of putting Christmas toys together that most adults face at one time or another. I wonder if they leave out a part or two, like they do sometimes with barbecue sets and wheelbarrows. Be a good way to get the children used to the frustrations of putting things together. This may be a male chauvinist pig thing to say, but there's even a little doll that can show little ones on how to look pretty and attract the opposite sex.
We should brush our hair every night.
And for the staunch women's libbers of tomorrow, maybe next year there'll be a doll that burns its bra. One of the most popular items has been the Barbie Beauty Center, but the hottest selling item has been the Snoopy toothbrush. I can't show you that because they're all sold out. It seems they can't keep them in stock fast enough. In the next report, we'll take a look at some of those gifts you can get the man and woman who have just about everything. This is Maurice Luque, TV8 News.
There wasn't a Santa in sight, but hundreds of his helpers were on hand for ceremonies this morning at North Island's rework facility. Captain Robert Martin, the skipper, presented the Salvation Army's Brigadier Robert Yardley with a toy symbolic of the 6,400 new toys donated by facility employees for the disadvantaged children served by the Salvation Army at its annual Christmas party. The collections were spearheaded by volunteers and members of the Station Supervisors Association. Some 15 private vehicles took the place of Santa's reindeer and sleds and formed a caravan that transported the toys to Santa's storeroom. The spirit of Christmas came to North Island and the Naval Air Rework facility long before today, for the toy drive's 300 collection points got a donation from just about every employee, making 1972 the best drive in 12 years. Jim Gordon for TV8 News. Is the Salvation Army commander pleased with the results of the current drive?
If you're talking about the gifts that are received from the rework facility here at North Island, we're about 1,000 toys more than we had last year. This is a fabulous distribution and contribution to the Salvation Army today.
And speaking of that distribution, when and where will it take place?
Well, we have a party at SeaWorld on Saturday where we'll have over 400 selected children at that particular event. And then the rest of these toys are placed in our Toy and Joy shop at 2572 Lytton, a Christmas building we have there. And the parents that are selected for distribution for Christmas will select their own toys for their own children. They come and shop for them, really, is what they do.
How do you go about selecting the parents that will be able to get some of these toys that are left over from the party?
Well, the Salvation Army has been in the social service field for many years, and we have families that are part of our organization throughout the year. But many of these come from DPW, the health department, and school nurses, and other clearing houses, so that we have a well-rounded selected list.